Hello, my name's Kevin Douglas Berg. This is What Was I Saying blog KDB. This is a special edition of Let's Do It to It current news. I'm here to provoke thought, moving me forward. I like to address. I'm leaving the fan on. It's too hot here, guys. So I will talk loud. I would like to address about Ukraine has or is getting F-15 strike eagles, right? And yesterday I was just looking at stuff online and I wanted to see what was going on. And I happened to listen to, I know this is going to be great. What do you do on your off time? I was listening to what would happen in a nuclear war, minute by minute. I will put that information down below. It was by this person that she's a very, very well-known and renowned author about nuclear war, about destruction, about stuff like that. It was on this guy's site named Lex, and I'll put his link below too. But, so I was watching that, and then I started looking for other stuff. And then someone was a prepper. I know, prepper, paranoid schizophrenic, right? Conspiracy theorist. Stick with me. He spoke of a country's president who had a very poignant comment about what it means with our fighters, our jets, going from Ukraine to Russia. He said, and this is a key point, those planes, are they going to, also, they're not going to keep them in Ukraine, folks. Nope. Key point two. Are they going to fly out of NATO? Or are they going to fly out of Ukraine? Key point on top of key point. Russia said if NATO attacks and they come from NATO, they're going to retaliate against NATO, as we all know they would, because of it's an attack on Russia directly, NATO to Russia. This is no proxy war anymore, boys and girls. And I do get shivers thinking about this, because more people are fucking worried about the Celtics and that and the trainer with the fucking ACL. But we are potentially one sorties when they fly out, one sortie away to say it went from NATO to fucking Russia. Excuse my language. Did I wake anybody up with saying that? Then you think, right? The guy's a prepper. He was talking to this president of this country, right? And he said, we are no more than 90 days away from a conflict with Russia. And when you think about it, why would Russia want to differentiate if it came from Ukraine or NATO? Gulf of Tonkin. Gulf of Tonkin, Vietnam. Supposedly, we got hit. We hit back or whatever. I'm not going to go into that. When I say we are at 0.99999% on that doomsday clock at 11:59.99999, we have never been closer to nuclear war as we are right now. The Cold War people were talking to each other. Kim Jong-un Putin just visited Kim Jong-un. You don't think they fucking weren't talking about this? Come on. Putin is an incredibly brilliant man. He thinks about 40 moves ahead. He did not get there and stay in Russia and not get killed off by the Politburo or anybody else because he does not know what moves are coming ahead. I want to stress, again, why would fucking Putin care if it came out of Ukraine or it came out of NATO? Why? What's the difference anymore? With our weapon system, our jets, our another $1 billion. I don't know if you heard that. Yeah, we gave him another $1.5 billion. I didn't know we had it. Huh. Maybe we should tell the employers that aren't calling anybody because the market is such shit. Don't worry, folks. I told you. Presidential campaign on the way. EMP attack or war? EMP attack will kill a presidential campaign. A war would be good for everybody. I'm going to put those links underneath, and I want you to sit back and think. Why would Putin actually fucking give a damn if it came out of NATO or if it came out of Ukraine? Force is force, isn't it? United States is over there. What happens when you corner a lion? What happens when you corner somebody that doesn't want to go down? What happens when you corner somebody that doesn't have any alternatives? What happens when you corner somebody in such a position? And he spoke very freely about this. He's like, NATO is completely against Russia. He's absolutely right. We are. They are. Whatever the fuck. Whatever it is, it is. What would you do as somebody like Putin who wants to reestablish the Russian strength, who's getting handed his ass in Ukraine, who wants to maintain his dignity, is in for the 6th or 5th time, is older, and gives no more fucks? NATO or Ukraine? Does it fucking matter? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say fucking no. One way or another, we are going to see a war with Russia at this rate. Is it going to be nuclear? Strategically nuclear? I don't know. We have strategic nukes. They have strategic nukes. So you can use them on the battlefield. Then, as well, that is an act of war, of course, with a nuke. Then we go to the Pandora's box. The nuke is out. If people think it can be strategically used, holy shit. What a world we would live in. Before, it was mutual assured destruction. We got more, they got more. You got more, they got more. We have passed that now. We have fanatical states. We have fanatical regimes. We have terrorists that have nukes. Yeah. Dirty nuke, what nuke, whatever nuke. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody knows this. We have states that are backed by terrorist organizations that do have nukes. Everybody has nukes. So many nukes, I don't even know what to fucking begin with. I guess she said we have 1,700 pointing at like 1,600. Right the hell now. Yes, we do. Intercontinental ballistic missiles. ICBMs. Right now. We have them pointed at each other. Russia and the United States. This shit does not go away. Except Russia has those big, humongous 20-wheel motherfuckers that can go anywhere that we're not able to target. There was 2 precipices she brought up that I want to discuss further on another video. But once again, I will go back. You're Putin. You're getting your ass handed to you. Russia's looking horrible. You have been in there 5, 6 terms, whatever. You have come from absolutely fucking nothing. He had Jewish neighbors when he grew up that he used to get food from. Look it up. Want to know what's going on with thy enemy? Study thy enemy. Something is going to happen. And this was done on the fuck purpose. And you could take that to the bank. You can take that to the bank. We need a war for this economy. Military-industrial complex needs a war. We need a war for this economy, or we need EMP attack. They'll stop the presidential election. Because we all know what fucking happened before. My name's Kevin Berg. This is What Was I Saying blog, KDB. I'm here to provoke thought and move humanity just a little bit. And with that, let's pray it out. Pray for you, pray for me, pray for world peace. Pray for the asshole next door. Pray for anti-Semites. 26% of the world is anti-Semite. 24% of the United States is anti-Semite. Are you up yet? Are you awake? Does it involve you? Not at those rates, it doesn't. Everybody's the fuck involved. Anyhow, okay, sorry. Pray for those coming and going. Pray for those on plane, train, automobile. Pray for everybody that is serving, post-serving, and fighting with PTSD. Pray for everybody in uniform. Pray for everybody that is the policeman and policewoman, any rescue and first responders, anybody in the hospital wanting a better day, all doctors, all medical staff, as well as those without water. Hopefully tomorrow they can find water and it'd be less pressure to have basic necessities like water, like food, like shelter, as well as like laboratory services, shower. Let those have a better day tomorrow than they are today if they're suffering from depression, mental distress, physical distress, or whatever kind of pain. Let us do better in the world overall with everybody and everything in our spirit and our soul tomorrow more than we did today. That is the one way we can move humanity forward. My name's Kevin Berg. This is What Was I Saying blog, KDB. I spit the truth. And I appreciate you folks. I appreciate you folks watching and listening and watching and responding and watching and listening and growing. Thank you very much. You are a lifesaver. Kevin Berg out. Oh, that was our 15th edition of Let's Do To It. I don't know, something like that. Okay, Kevin Berg out. Emergency edition though.